See what happens today.
That's following a 3-game skid where they lost to number 18 Ole Miss, Oregon State, and Arkansas. Turned it around with the first conference victory against Virginia on the road before that big comeback victory against UMass here at Connie Forum on Wednesday. Tomlinson will set up the play. True point guard, T'yana Tomlinson, out of Fresno, California. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Finds Njai, and will travel there on the first step. Just shuffle the feet there. First turnover for Boston College.
Yeah, started shifting right, cut back left, saw a little bit of an opening, and just as you said, foot slipped there as you see Bryant's starting lineup.
Mia Mancini, Olivia Fernandez, Miranda Nyborg, Martina Boba, and Mia Scott. Scott, the sophomore, having a great year. Nyborg, jumper from the free throw line, misses that one as it rattles out.
One of those actually felt like she had room to keep going forward, but had already sort of committed to the shot.
Tomlinson dishes to Sidberry for three. And Teya Sidberry gets the scoring started for the Eagles.
And that's kind of why Tomlinson's in the starting lineup, because you can see the pace that she plays with, and she brings the Bryant defense with her. The trailer, Sidberry, thus is wide open.
Mancini tries to insert down low, gets it back on the high pass. Tomlinson, oh, nice pass there for Mancini, but stripped below the bucket, off the hands, and a turnover against Bryant.
Let's go back to that sequence here. You'll see Tomlinson, she brings the ball up. Watch how all 5 Bryant defenders kind of slide back. She sort of just cuts that lane through, which leaves Sidberry wide open for the 3.
Sidberry so dangerous from beyond the arc, over 36% on the season from the 3-point line. Tomlinson, such a great ball handler. At the free throw line, cuts it across, and now passes it off to Daly. She'll try to find T'yana Todd in the starting lineup for the Eagles. Pass for Njai, kept inbound with 5 seconds. Down low for Daly, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Daly steps through, bounce pass to Sidberry, and a quick 5 points for the Eagles, all to Teya Sidberry.
Well, it's not a bad idea when you have limited time on the possession to just give it to Daly and give her a chance to do something underneath. I love watching plays like that because it requires such patience, understanding where the clock is and knowing she had enough time to make that pass.
Daly steps through, misses the layup. Contact there as Boba got to the ground. So now Bryant looking for their first field goal in the first 2 minutes. Mancini, the sophomore from Mansfield, Massachusetts. He's a guard from Wheeler High School, sized up here against Daly. Trying to find a pass inside, it was taken away. Now Teya Sidberry with the steal. Trying to go.
Mancini kind of got stuck there, and the pass thus became telegraphed, and a good read by Boston College. But we know how good they are, Lewis, at taking the ball away.
It's a foul down low. Take a look at this. Andrea Daly look back down low to Teya Sidberry.
And remember, time is running out on the possession, right? She throws that pass with basically 1 on the possession timer, but never looks up at it. Just has that mental clock in her head and is able to get that pass off.
Inbound from below the basket. Daly trying to find an opening again. Now T'yana Todd. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Into the corner for Njai. Steps, fires the shot, and Njai gets it to fall. A pair of threes here in the first quarter for Boston College. It's an 8-0 run to start the game, and another turnover by the Bulldogs. Looking through the middle for Tomlinson. No look for Daly. She'll fire a 3, and Daly misses off the iron. It's going to foul against Njai in the paint.
How about Nene Njai? We haven't seen a ton of this, but we're seeing it a little bit more, just flashing the 3-point shot. And it's one of those, if you just do it once, right, all of a sudden it totally changes how a defense has to play you because you have to guard against that opportunity. I think the thing that's most impressive about what we've seen from her is not only is she getting the opportunity, but she's taking advantage of the opportunity as well. I mean, she's made basically everything from the floor. She's now 10 of 12 from the field since entering the starting lineup.
Gets another start here for Joanna Burnaby-McNamee and the Eagles. Mancini, quick release, and that's off the front iron. Rebound there for Sidberry.
Quick catch and shoot, a little bit short there, but a decent look.
Tomlinson looking for Daly again. Eagles trying to get into the paint. This time it's Daly. Will get called for a charge. A little too aggressive there from Andrea Daly.
Well, you see Daly on the drive. That arm gets extended a little bit. It's good positioning there by Rubino, the grad student. came in from Fairfield. It was something that part of this Bryant class, a lot of their transfers that came from winning programs. And Coach Kokoski thought that really sort of helped establish the culture she was looking for with a lot of new faces this year.
5 transfers for Bryant to go along with 3 freshmen. Here's Jackson, tries to spin, find an opening, and a travel by Jackson. Kennedy Jackson, the 5th year. Just a little too many steps as we take a look at Lynn-Ann Kokoski in her 2nd season.
Came in as after an assistant stint with UMass. Feels like there's some opportunity with this Bryant program now in the America East.
"15 wins last year for Kokoski, were most at Bryant since 2016. We're able to finish in the top 5, hosting the AE quarterfinal matchup against Binghamton. It's also the first time they hosted a playoff matchup since 2016. Trying to turn the program around. You talked about her time at UMass. A couple of those assistant coaches now doing amazing jobs where they are. We saw Matt Leffler with UMass on Wednesday, and now Kokoski was part of that Tori Verdi group.
Yeah, really excellent run for UMass. The years. Verdi now the head coach at Pitt.
There's a turnover on the pass from Samuel. Waggoner tried to get it right back. Samuel comes into the play, and she'll get a steal, and now it's just fought for. Boba ends up with it, gives it up to Rubino. Rubino absorbs the contact and off the glass and in.
Really aggressive take there, right? That was a commitment from the foul line.
That's Mimi Rubino, transfer from Fairfield. Missed last season due to injury. Got injured in the preseason, missed her senior year, but back in her junior year at Fairfield, 30 games, 11 starts, had a career high 7.1 points per game as that one's missed and out of play. Let's take a look at that hustle play again from Mimi Rubino, who first looked like she was gonna give it up and then get down on the ground to get this ball back.
You'll see it. You see the fight for it still. And then eventually, right here, just spinning, committing, goes up against Ivy. Really well done.
Bryant comes in 7-3, 4-1 at home, 3-2 on the road. It's back to Mancini. Crossover for Rubino. That's hit off the hand and then the official. 4:49 remaining. Boston College with an 8-2 lead. Teya Sidberry leading all scorers here in Chestnut Hill. Boston College as we hit the midway point of the first quarter. Teya Sidberry leading all scorers with 5 of the BC 8. Second unit seeing some action here for the Eagles. Way to keep it in. Now one more pass for Rubino, fires it at the buzzer and just airballs that one, misses it.
And of course, with all these different, kind of lineups and rotations, that second unit is even a different looking unit than what we're normally used to. So you see Dontavia Waggoner coming off the bench today. She's been in and out of the lineup the last few games, but actually was pretty productive coming off the bench against Arkansas a couple of weeks ago. So it does create some new rotations here as well.
There's Waggoner quickly trying to go up, gets her own rebound and the foul. And one for Dontavia Waggoner.
Yeah, I think that's what Coach Mack is looking for out of Dontavia Waggoner, right? Go find the basketball underneath. Go hunt the ball here and watch after the initial miss and kind of going 1-on-3, but with a couple of taller players there, she does a really good job to follow and find that rebound.
It's kind of where she has lived throughout her career, is finding opportunities in the paint, whether it's the quick release on the floater or just getting something off the glass. Dontavia Waggoner hits the free throw, averaging 12.3 points per game this season. Eagles will send in Lily Krasovec, a sophomore from Budapest. Tomlinson gets in there, gets the steal, bounce pass to Waggoner off the glass and in. Transition points for Boston College.
Well, it's hard not to be impressed with what we've seen from T'yana Tomlinson so far. Look, going for it again.
Gives it up for Sidberry, and now Samuel finished clean off the glass. That's gonna be a quick timeout for Lynn-Ann Kokoski and the Bryant Bulldogs. The Eagles going into that timeout hadn't scored in 2:33. They come out of the timeout and quickly get 7, and T'yana Tomlinson.
Yeah, I think, when we talk about someone like Tomlinson, it's that active nature on both the offensive and the defensive end. And of course, when Boston College is going right, this is what they're doing, right? They're creating steals, they're causing havoc, they're going up tempo, and that's what we've seen them do so far today. This is quite a start for a Boston College team that really, I think, needs a quarter, a half like this, right? To gain some confidence. And Tomlinson's kind of been the catalyst for it. A good job by Waggoner, too. You know, a couple of opportunities, getting right to basket, finding her way onto the score sheet.
And you had said it, right? That's what Coach Mack has wanted from Waggoner, especially in a situation like this, coming off the bench. Give the team a spark, and she has provided that so far. 7-0 run for Boston College in 20 seconds. Tomlinson matched up here with Mancini again. Mancini back out to the left side for Boba. Boba, her pass was deflected. Double team comes from the Eagles, and Brigham travels on the far side. Oh, for all the talk about Allie Brigham at 6'4", we have not seen that presence inside for Bryant.
Well, BC's done a good job forcing her outside, right? She has not really had many paint touches yet. That one pass Mancini was trying to flutter in, couldn't quite connect on it, but for the most part there, I mean, that's a spot where BC can live with her out on the edge like that.
Samuel misses the three, but rebound right to Tomlinson. Krashovec now.
Hit the leg of Brigham, she couldn't find it.
Back into the corner for Samuel, steps through. Samuel in the paint, off the glass, short. Now gets her own rebound. That's fought for right towards Waggoner. Waggoner pulls up and just misses everything, but Samuel all alone with the putback. Bryant just kind of got lost in the traffic.
I believe the word there is the stick-to-itiveness there from Boston College to stay with that after a couple of misses on that sequence, but they just keep getting offensive rebounds.
Active defense, and Krashovec again forces a turnover. And Green lost it. It's gonna stay with the Eagles off the block. Defense turning into offense, or offensive opportunities here for Boston College.
Absolutely. One thing that Coach Mack told us before the game, she's loved what she's gotten out of Lily Krashovec recently. She's helped on that trap for Brigham, who was called for the travel, and then started that steal right there.
So Tomlinson, again looking for the insert. Tracks it down. So good again with the dribble. Pulls up with 7 on the shot clock, and misses on the right side. Samuel flies in for the rebound and the putback. Well, Savannah Samuel having back-to-back games coming off the bench, and she has provided a spark for the Eagles. 19-2 here with 2:20 remaining in the first.
Boy, what a start here for Boston College. Yeah, Samuel's an interesting player, right? Had to sit out all of last year due to a transfer situation.
Here's Brigham. Finally gets 2.
There it is, right? There's your presence inside for Bryant. And Boston College done a good job denying her the basketball, but when she's in good position there, she has the size advantage, even in the game today against an ACC opponent.
Waggoner now with 15 on the shot clock, tries to spin away, up and under, and then misses on the left side of the rim. Little too much spin there from Dontavia Waggoner. Rebound, Mancini trying to enter to Brigham, tipped away by Waggoner. She is continuing to climb that steals chart. Too much on the pass to Tatum. Green. We just mentioned that Dontavia Waggoner continues to pick pockets here in Chestnut Hill, trying to find her way to that #1 spot. That 229 entering today, and 287 the all-time here at Boston College.
Yep, has a steal already, as we said. You know, when we talk about this is what Boston College does, Dontavia Waggoner is such a crucial part of that defensively, and how this team is able to take away the ball.
Back inside for Brigham, just couldn't handle the pass, and Daly will take it away.
That's a really good read by Daly to realize that Brigham was not going to be able to handle that. Even behind her, managed to get a steal.
Waggoner just forces her way into the paint now. Kayla Ivey. Back to Waggoner, trying to size up the defender. Waggoner steps through in an offensive foul against Dontavia Waggoner. Well, Tom Denneher here on the near side had the charge. Finishing that thought on Dontavia Waggoner. No steals against UMass. It was the 4th time in her career in 73 total games that she had not registered a steal.
Yeah, and pretty crazy.
Already won here today.
Boston College will put a little bit of trap on out of the turnover off the offensive foul. Right when you feel like you have a team down, you want to push the put your foot down and try to end it, and that's what BC nearly does in the defensive end.
And Fernandez just had to get on it. Possession arrow favors Bryant, but you can see the pressure that Bryant is facing. Nothing is coming easy here in this first quarter. The Bulldogs are just 2 of 6, 0 of 3 from three-point line, shooting 33%.
And, you know, the biggest thing is the attempts, right? 18 attempts from the floor for Boston College, only 6 for Bryant.
Samuel gets on the ground there to pick up that loose ball. 7 turnovers now for Bryant in the last 8 minutes. Samuel spot up 3 off the iron and rebound to Waggoner all alone as Waggoner for the putback.
I'm very impressed with Waggoner's first quarter, right? It felt like a first quarter she needed. 7 points, has found the basketball, a couple of rebounds already on the offensive glass.
Eagles on a 13-2 run. Mancini, again, looks cross court. Shot from the 3, and that's gonna miss everything right to Waggoner. I think if you're Bryant, you just need to take a deep breath. Eagles will hold for the final shot. Ivy looks down low for Daly. Daly gets up and draws the foul, and 1 for Andrea Daly. Eagles can close out the quarter with a 3-point play.
Well, Kayla Ivy, her vision is good as anyone in the ACC as a point guard. Great find to hit Daly inside.
The Eagles with 6 assists, 5 turnovers in this first quarter. They forced Bryant into 13 turnovers. Free throw is good, 3-point play is completed. 24-4 the lead for Boston College. Mancini will try to get one off, and she does, but it's gonna miss here at the end of 1. 24-4, Boston College shoots 47% from the floor, and they hold a
16 of those are in the paint. This is the exact recipe, if you're a Boston College team, that you were looking for today. Take the basketball away, get to the basket, drive in the lane, and they have certainly done that in a big way.
Coach Mack had talked about the size of Bryant, especially in the post. 18 or 16 points in the paint. That's a good start for the Eagles. Here's Kennedy Jackson. Jackson tried to spin on Brigham, works through it, and finishes off the glass. It's a good finish for Kennedy Jackson.
Yeah, I still think there's, you know, a level with Jackson that's getting ready to emerge here with Boston College, right? 5th year from New Orleans, played the last couple of years at Charleston Southern.
That's Nyborg trying to get up past Jackson. Tatum Green came over on the help side defense, maybe help alter that shot. Now T'yana Todd, and Daly just shuffled her feet again on the near side. A turnover from Boston College. Well, if you're Bryant, these are the opportunities you got to take advantage of. Boston College gives you extra possessions.
Yeah, you have, you know, a couple of turnovers here and there, 7 of them for Boston College now. So if you're nitpicking, that's one thing that does stand out a little bit on the Eagles' side. You know, Bryant, it's just, for a little bit, it's been a struggle to get into the half court, so you're forced to sort of take shots like that, low percentage shots, and then well, another turnover here for Boston College. So Bryant is gonna get another chance.
Going to see a sub come in quickly is Ja'Kayla Thompson, the sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky. She'll come in for Daly. So Brigham, Fernandez, Nyborg, Mancini, and Scott out there for Bryant. It's Todd, Ivy, Green, Jackson, and Thompson for Boston College. Mancini trying to enter again to Brigham. Gets a screen, now Mancini opens it up. Back to the near side for Fernandez. Brigham, oversized. And Mancini, pull away 3, she got it! Oh, Mia Mancini, a fadeaway 3.
Well, she is certainly not afraid to take that shot, and that's kind of falling away from the corner. Sometimes, though, I mean, you need a spark somewhere, and Mancini, who has consistently been that player for Bryant.
Averaging 12 points on the season. Thompson picks up that ball. Now Thompson trying to navigate the seas. Pulls it back out to Kayla Ivy, almost slipped. Ivy resets, and the Eagles will set up a play here offensively. Ivy, 3, got it! Kayla Ivy gets involved in the 3-party.
That boy, someone that Boston College needs to see the ball go through the basket is Kayla Ivy. got off to such a good start shooting the basketball this year, Lewis, and has just tailed off a little bit the last couple of games, but that was a good-looking shot.
Ivy was 1 of 3 against UMass, and Scott goes up off the glass. Bryant looking much better offensively here in the second quarter.
Yeah, good find inside, but the Eagles have answered.
Open layup in transition for Tatum Green.
So you've sort of sacrificed a little bit on the defensive end, sort of push forward and do what you need to offensively for Bryant. But at some point, you got to find points, right? So you make that trade a little. There's another good look.
Nyborg gets the contact, and she'll go to the line for a three-point play. Well, you said it perfectly there, Eric. When you talk about trying to just get deeper in the zone, Boston College is going to try to take advantage of that in transition.
And how about basically a whole line change for Boston College? 4 in, 4 out on the sub after that last couple of sequences where Bryant's able to get some points.
Sidberry, T'yana Todd, Waggoner, and Tomlinson out there for Boston College. Looks like the coach is trying to match up the defensive assignments as Nyborg completes the three-point play, 31-12 here in the second quarter. Eagles back offensively. It's Sidberry, open lane, a little too heavy off the glass, and it's off the rim and back out. Olivia Fernandez, the freshman from New York. Too hard off the back iron from Brigham. Rebound taken by Todd.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good look there for Brigham. Doesn't shoot a ton of threes, but does have that shot a little bit, we're told.
Tomlinson was blocked. Fernandez. Now she'll go in transition. Olivia Fernandez, 2.7 points per game, got stripped. Tomlinson trying to feed Waggoner a little too far in front, and that's twice now. Tomlinson a little too heavy on the pass.
You know, it's one of those things as a freshman. That's why she's in the game, right? That's why she's starting, that energy, that spark. So, you know, you live with it a little bit to a point, and you allow a freshman to kind of play through some of those things and eventually gain that experience. But you do kind of need some of those to gain that experience at this level.
Now their forced pass inside is picked off, and Tomlinson was trying to bounce it to Waggoner. Todd pulls back, and jumper just misses. Waggoner picks up the rebound, trying to work on Fernandez. Ran into Sidberry and just tried to get away from trouble before the 3 seconds was called, ended up turning it over. Both teams just need to settle a little bit here offensively. Allie Brigham came over from Penn State, was originally at George Washington her freshman year. Here's Scott, nice finish at the rim.
So it's kind of interesting what Bryant's done here offensively, right? You think about Allie Brigham at 6'4", and you naturally think, okay, post, but since Nia Scott's been in the game, it's Scott who's been in at the post. Brigham's been up high at the top of the key, and it sort of forces Boston College into some odd defensive rotations. So Scott, who is a post presence, but at 6'1", is not the taller of the two, per se, but she's been the one inside. And ever since they've kind of gone to that, we've seen a little bit more offensively here for Bryant. They're 4 for 8 in this half from the field, and actually outscoring Boston College 10-7 here in the second quarter.
Scott, 3 double-doubles on the season, and it's going to be a foul or violation in the paint.
A 3-second call against Bryant. That time, a little bit different, right? Brigham goes to the left side of the paint. Scott goes to the right side. Brigham just had the foot in for too long.
Tomlinson again trying to guide the offense. 5:15 remaining in the second quarter. 31-14 the lead. 3 turnovers for the Eagles in the last 2 minutes. Todd, pull up. Got it. Nothing but the bottom of the net for T'yana Todd.
Yeah, it's a really good-looking shot. You know, obviously that mid-range is somewhat of a relic in the game of basketball, but, you know, any shot that goes in, not one to easily pass up. Good read by Sidberry.
Sidberry had it the whole way. Now she'll go. Passes down low. Just a little too heavy on that one. Was looking for T'yana Todd, who cut behind the defense.
Your defender right without, you know, contact, and she feels Brigham try to sort of peel off underneath and just stays with it all the way, ends up getting an easy steal.
Good start for Teya Sidberry so far. 5 points and 5 steals. Boston College with 12 turnovers forced. Another 5-second violation, so Boston College on the denial.
So it's a little bit different, right? In that first quarter, steals, trapping up tempo, and now Boston College is kind of adjusting and forcing some violations, right? 3 second, 5 second, whatever it is, making life difficult for Bryant to get into their offense.
Jackson missed it, but Waggoner came flying in for the rebound, sets up Kayla Ivey.
Yeah, I love that rebound from Waggoner. I think you're seeing a lot from Dontavia Waggoner today that if you're a Boston College fan, you've been looking for here over the last couple of games.
Tip passes, getting on the ground for loose balls, and that one's just gonna hit off the foot of Kayla Ivey. Good defense from Mia Mancini to create the turnover. Now, both teams a little sloppy. 5 turnovers for Bryant in the last 3 minutes, 4 turnovers, now 5 turnovers for Boston College in the last 3:30. Brigham back inside. Nyborg with a nice finish. The grandma of the group, according to Lynn Ann Kokoski. Here's Samuel. Looked like she tried to find Waggoner instead of going up for the layup, but another denial back down low in the paint. And
I mean, there is some pretty good size on this Bryant team, right? Nyborg listed at 6'3", Brigham at 6'4", Nia Scott at 6'1".
Mancini just went up on a 1-on-4, fired the shot, draws the foul. Saw that last graphic. Boston College undefeated against Bryant in the previous 6 meetings.
Watch Mancini here again, willing to shoot from any point on the floor, and Waggoner just trying to come back in, like sort of just trying to give a little token block, and ended up locking arms a little bit.
Mancini, first free throw is good. Free throw percentage on the season hasn't been good for Bryant, but as of late has been much better. You see the attempts, 11.1. It's 344th in D1 and just 7.3 made free throws per game.
Yeah, it's really all about that top, right? It's the attempts. Whatever, the percentage is a percentage, but those attempts is what really they're looking for.
Todd rattles a 3 for Boston College. And T'yana Todd now for the Eagles. 5 points. Fernandez had thought about it. Mancini wide open, fires a 3 off the front iron. Fernandez able to tip it back inside. And Scott is called for a double dribble.
It's 19 turnovers for Bryant in this first half. It was a lot of steals early. Now, as we said, a few more unforced errors.
Here's Todd with a strong take. Floater, a little too hard. Now fighting for it is Daly against Scott. Back to Ivey on the near side. Spot up 3 for Ivey, and she hits it. Kayla Ivey, who's been struggling from 3, hits back-to-back 3s.
It was one of the things we were talking about. When you're a shooter and you're trying to find that stroke again after a couple of games where maybe you don't see it fall, you really just have to keep shooting, right? That's how you work your way out of a shooting slump, and it's gonna happen over the course of a season. So, credit to Ivey for sticking with it. Got off to such a good start, has proven that she can do it.
Yeah, talked about her numbers. 7 of 9 from three-point line in the first 2 games. Was 7 of 41 coming into today in the last 10. She is 2 from 2 from the three-point line and 2 for 4 from the floor today for Boston College. Daly tried to spot up a 3. Fighting for the rebound was T'yana Todd, and she draws the foul. Those are the type of hustle plays that Coach Mack wants to see from the team as well.
Yep, we've seen it pretty consistently so far this afternoon.
Eagles have 4 players with points, or 9 players with points. 4 have come off the bench, and you can see the hustle play from T'yana Todd. 15 on the shot clock. Todd, 3-pointer. Got it! T'yana Todd hits it. It's a 9-0 run for Boston College. Inside. Nyborg tried to get the jumper. Boba tracks down the rebound.
Nice job by Boba. There was a lot of traffic there to find that rebound.
Mancini to Brigham inside. Brigham missed the layup.
Kind of an all-or-nothing defensive play. You missed there.
What a bounce pass, and one! Finding T'yana Todd, and she'll get the 3-point play at the line. We were just talking about the good breakdown by Bryant, but Boston College goes the other way.
Yeah, so after the miss, good rebound there, and then watch the outlet here. And again, it's Ivy, right? That court vision that we talk about so much. Seeing the play before it really even develops. And after, we played a fairly even start to this second quarter. It's now a 12-0 Boston College run.
Eagles lead it 45-18 here in the second. High board, trying to find Mancini. Another pass that's red, that time from Samuel. Samuel all alone in transition. There's Savannah, and she'll finish off the glass. Eagles.
Offensive spark, but again, as we've talked about so much with this team when they're going right, it's led by the defense. It's led by the things that they're doing, taking the ball away, getting out in transition, getting to the basket. They've hit their three-point shots today. They've made 6 of them, but it hasn't been, it's been off of what they've done by getting the ball inside. Good job to take advantage there. That's Nyborg. When you have a size advantage like that, you go right to the basket. Bryant does.
Jackson again just trying to match it, but draws the foul on the opposite end. You can see Bryant really trying to get to that size down low, but Boston College equally to the charge on the opposite end, trying to find Kennedy Jackson. She'll draw the foul with 1 minute remaining. A 27-point lead for Boston College. Jackson's first free throw's up and good. 48-20. The Eagles, again, 8-4 on the season. Coming off the victory against UMass, had that big win against Virginia on the road in their first ACC conference game. Subs come in. Krashovets comes in for Boston College. Nyborg and Fernandez set up here to try to break the press, and there's a foul as Mancini runs right into Andrea Daly. Daly's gonna get called for the foul.
I think they may need to add a second or two to the clock. Looked like it ran for a touch after the whistle.
It's the officials over at the scorer's table trying to get the monitor and the clock to where it should be. Daly will step out.
Again, you look at where we are statistically right now, and so, we've talked about the turnovers so much, and it just, eliminates chances. So Bryant, 20 attempts from the field. Boston College has made 19 attempts from the floor, 19 of 38. So obviously, you don't have the chances, and then on top of it, shooting just 40%. That's where it's gotten away.
Mancini back inside. It goes to Brigham. Brigham blocked by Green. Tatum Green just came over on the help side and swatted that one away. Ivy bounce pass down low, is gonna hit off the foot. Kickball violation is gonna give it right back to Boston College.
Boy, even that one almost got through, right? And I think we're seeing a, pick your word, whatever you want to use, a level of confidence with Kayla Ivy. And when she's going right, Lewis, it's not just about, is she scoring a certain number of points, right? She plays with a swagger in her passing and her vision that really can lead things. Both point guards have been pretty good for Boston College, Tomlinson and Ivy.
Green trying to see some action here. Gets surrounded in the paint. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Ivy now dishes it back out to Green. She'll put it on the ground. Looking for Krashovets. 2 seconds. She's gonna have to fire it up. Off the glass and in! Sunday Banks open.
Hey, sometimes it's just your day.
3 seconds. Mancini looking opposite at Nyborg. She'll try to bank, but it's off the iron. 51-20 Boston College with a 31-point lead. You know the importance of the ACC this season with the new additions as well. You add 3 teams, you also think that cut line for the NCAA tournament gets a little bit longer as well. Nyborg, quick release, swish for Nyborg. Miranda Nyborg gets the first 2 out of the half for Bryant.
It's kind of a line drive, but finds its way through.
That's why I couldn't be a shooter. My shots would just hit the rim all the time.
Mine wouldn't even get to the rim.
Daly gets to the rim and finishes with a kiss off the glass.
And we've talked so much about it, right? The paint touches have been really effective for Boston College today. They keep taking advantage. 28 points in the paint now.
So now Mancini looks cross court for Boba. It looked like a kick ball, and it is called. Oh, Boston College and Bryant, they enjoy these third quarters. Both teams flourish in the third after the timeout.
Yeah, the Eagles have been really good at building the middle part of games. And we'll talk about the finishing as we get a little bit here in the fourth quarter.
Mancini has a quick release. Brigham with the rebound, trying to work on Njai and just short on it.
Boy, that's what they need her to do, right? Really good job to find the rebound, but then just didn't have it going back up.
Now Njai looks for Daly. Daly's gonna work on Fernandez. Drops it back for Sidberry. Sidberry reverse and got it. Just gets under the basket, adjusts her body well, and Sidberry gets two.
Talked about that crafty game off the top of the show, finding ways to get points.
Nyborg's pass back out was a little too hard.
Really good idea, just a little bit too high on the pass.
Let's go back to that last dish, back down low from Daly to Sidberry.
Yeah, good find. Brigham gets brought out a touch there, and when Daly has the ball, Daly's such a good driver that it causes that back player in the zone in that particular situation to kind of try to force out a little bit, and so if she can find that vision to make that pass, that's a huge luxury for Boston College.
Daly now with shot clock at 8. Tries to split, had Sidberry going the same direction. AT, 4-3 off the front iron. Rebound, back to Daly. As Sidberry, jumper for Teya Sidberry, rolls off the rim and out. Njai was fighting for the rebound, just a little too much contact down low, and it's actually gonna stay here. I don't know if Njai's pleading helped with that, but official changed the call. It was Corey Chambers back down low.
Yeah, the foul was on the rebound attempt behind that play.
Dontavia Waggoner checks in. So it's T'yana Todd, Njai, Dontavia Waggoner, Teya Sidberry, and Athena Tomlinson. Finds Todd on the right side. T'yana Todd trying to open up some space, gets a screen from Njai, tried to turn the corner, keeps the dribble alive. Athena looking for a screen, has to go attack and tried to get up and under, but draws the foul on Mia Mancini. Good attack from Athena Tomlinson.
Well, driving the basketball, as we said. Tomlinson, who obviously does give up some size in these situations, so you have to be really good at picking your spots, and that's some of this experience that we talked a little bit about in that first half, that she's gonna learn as she continues to grow as a player at this level. But there's a lot of reasons to be excited about what she brings to the table. A true point guard who can do a bunch of different things, can be a piece off the bench, can start games, which we've seen her do today. And you feel the energy, you feel that spark whenever you see her out on the offensive end.
Made the first, missed the second. You know, Media Guide has it listed at 5'5", but I think they might have been a little generous on that one. Todd, step back. Todd hits it off the back iron, but Waggoner was all alone. Didn't see the incoming Boba, and now Boba with the strip, trying to go coast to coast. Step through, but blocked by Sidberry, but there was a foul before the block.
Sidberry stays with this all the way, and at some point here, you're kind of caught so much that it's tough not to foul. Here's the takeaway. And watch Sidberry, switches once, switches twice. Boba does a pretty good job kind of to move her around, back and forth and back and forth. And then at some point there, you kind of just reach for the block and end up committing the foul.
Yeah, from Boba, that's what you want to see with a guard attacking, right? Just spin around the defender and take him on the weak side. And Boba misses the free throw on the back end. Mancini tried to track it down, but let it hit the line. Boba's 1 for 2 at the free throw line. It's 56-23 with 7:19 remaining here in the third quarter. It's a Bryant team that only allows 55.6 points per game. That's 46 in the country and third in America East. Todd draws two. Now Sidberry, three from the top. Forced off the hands, and Mancini tries to keep it in. She does. She finds Brigham. Brigham quickly down low, looking for Nyborg. Todd came in, but right to Boba. Brigham again has it at the top with 15 on the shot clock. Denial for Fernandez to get the ball. Mancini takes the screen, misses the three-pointer.
That's a pretty good setup there to get Mancini open there. Brigham does a pretty good job just sort of walking the three-point line up top, setting a screen once, setting a screen twice.
So we told you about the numbers Bryant allowing on the season. BC already surpassing that total at 56 points. Tomlinson looks for Jackson. Jackson trying to work on Brigham. Jackson, nice adjustment and a good finish off the glass.
Yeah, really good. To get a little bit of extra space to complete that. I think the thing you see sometimes is, you know, with a big like that, you don't go quite far enough to create the space for yourself to go up and to be able to get that ball to the basket.
Oh, great passing. Bryant gets two on an unselfish play, and Brigham benefits from it.
And maybe best setup of the game there.
Tomlinson gets two right back for Boston College. Nicknamed the shifty lefty from the late great Kobe Bryant. Actually beat Michael Jordan in a dribbling competition at his own camp as well. Pretty neat experience for a young player to go up against two of the greats in the NBA. Mancini drives, tries to dish it back out. Looking inside, Brigham alone. Brigham puts it on the ground, looking for an extra pass. Just gonna try to finish there with Jackson, but Jackson alters that one. Maybe got a piece of it. Waggoner a little too far. Oh, what a finish from Dontavia Waggoner. Able to corral the pass just in front.
Yeah, really good first half for Dontavia Waggoner. Nice job to find that opening, 9 points. And another assist there for Tomlinson.
Three for Boba, got it! Just shakes her head after making it, but that's a good shot. 62-28. Bryant trying to cut into this deficit. Waggoner steps through and draws the foul. It's been part of the game today for Boston College, is just attack the paint. And they do it as T'yana Tomlinson finds an opportunity.
Have on this Boston College team.
And just a different piece, right? It feels like for Boston College, depth has always been an issue. They haven't had depth at the point guard position, and now they have different point guards they can go to, whether it's KI, AT, and we've even seen JT, T'yana Thompson, step in.
Yeah, we've seen all of them start here recently, which is interesting. And it can be a little bit of a, at times at least, a bit more of a two-guard look, right? Sometimes, you know, we've seen T'yana Thompson, we've seen some Ivy almost move over and play in a two-guard spot. And we'll see if we see more of that.
Oh, 63-28, and Boston College goes right back to the pressure defense. They create a turnover, but Tatum Green steps over the line, or it looked like her body went over the line. So
yeah, Nyborg tried to throw this off an eagle, and it just sort of, watch right here, it actually stays in place. And then everybody goes after the fumble, and it looked like Green, as you said, that right arm just ended up touching the baseline.
4:32 remaining in the third. Boston College will get the inbound play from below the basket. Krashovets and Sidberry trying to get on the same page with Samuel. They're sharing a laugh as the screen comes. Kayla Ivy finds Green. Back out to Ivy. Senior from Forestville, Maryland. At 10 points against Harvard. Sidberry attacking and finishing at the rim. Teya Sidberry has been the most consistent Eagle. 9 points now for Sidberry. That one's off the glass and in.
Sidberry's got a pretty good step, right? You know, sometimes when we think about speed as a concept, it's sort of that straight line sprinting speed, but she's got a pretty good step to kind of gain some momentum going inside like that and get around her defenders.
Krashovets was trying to set up. There's a foul called below the basket.
Take a look at these last couple of plays from Boston College.
Yeah, a couple of looks. First, again, it's Ivy on the dish. Sidberry, see right there, that little step to get going, and with the effort, and then well matched on the other end here by Rubino.
Rubino had a tough game against Brown. Went 0 for 2, 0 points in 12 minutes. Really attacking Boston College here on this game on the road for the Bulldogs. 35-point lead. Samuel steps back, three-pointer off the front iron. Green trying to track it down on the near side. It's off the hands of Scott, so Green maybe putting some pressure on Nia Scott. Gets another possession.
Tam Green's one of those players that, again, you know, as a freshman, we kind of understand what her role is here year one. She's gotten some opportunity here and there, but one of those players, every time you see her on the floor, I feel like you're impressed. How about that?
Knew the positioning had to happen. Goes the opposite side, gets the foul, and will go to the free throw line for the three-point play.
See, we always talk about broadcaster jinx, but, you know, you never get credit for the opposite here. Good catch, does go down with the basketball, but still manages to understand time and space and where she was and get that ball up. So this is someone I think who's going to develop, or at least has a chance to develop into a pretty high-quality player for this Eagles program.
We talked about Samuel coming over from West Virginia. Last year had to sit out, played in 54 games for the Mountaineers. Helped West Virginia to a 19-12 mark in an NCAA tournament berth when she was down in Morgantown. Good fight for the rebound, and not sure any BC player got their arm in there, but a jump ball was called.
Yeah, Green kind of stuck her hand in. I don't know if ever really had possession of it, but Scott just sort of understanding, just tried to hold on to it, but because of that, Eagles keep possession here.
Eagles will have it right to Green. Green up and under, a little too heavy. Krashovets gets there, kicks it back out to Samuel. Samuel cuts inside the paint. Oh, Savannah Samuel with the layup.
Yeah, pretty good burst in the paint. Eagles will continue to pressure here as they work on their defense. Kayla Thompson in for the first time.
Rubino looking for Mancini. Ivy on Mancini. Brigham comes out. Looking back down low for Scott. No foul is going to be called on Samuel. Well, this is the versatility that Savannah Samuel will give you offensively. And how about the pass from Krashovets?
Yeah, it's another one from Krashovets. We've talked about it a few times. And watch how Samuel shifts Nia Scott to her left and then is able to cut back the other way on the drive.
Mancini steps out of bounds, and a turnover for Bryant. It's the 27th turnover for the Bulldogs in this matchup. Thompson looks down low for Krashovets. She'll try to make a move on Brigham, and got the foul. Almost got the finish.
Yeah, as someone who has national team experience, Krashovets and what she's done, native of Hungary, and I think you see some of that European game on display, but as you know, Coach Mack told us, she just keeps playing so well in practice. It's hard not to give her minutes the way that she's going. She's earning more and more opportunity.
6 points, 4 rebounds in her first game back this season. First free throw is good. Talk about the experience on the national level, U16, 19, and 20s for the Hungarian national team. Here's Thompson, blocked. Scott got in there. A reset for Kayla Ivy, back down low looking for Green on the ground, then draws the foul, working on Fernandez. Kind of like this from Kayla Ivy, right? Trying to guide the freshman into the right position and then breaking down where they went wrong and where they could go better.
Yeah, I think, you know, the one thing you're still seeing as a freshman, you probably don't want to bring that ball down, right? They talk about with bigs, you want to go straight back up with the ball in a situation like that, but still finds a way to earn herself a couple of free throws.
Green's first free throw is good. Look at the numbers for Kayla Ivy, 4.4 assist to turnover ratio. That's third in D1. That's been part of her game, especially after her sophomore year, going into her junior year. Ivy missed that season due to injury and came back with a vengeance in her senior season.
Yeah, again, you would love to have the points, you'd love to have the scoring, but This is what Ivy does when she's going right, how she leads this offense and gives everyone an opportunity to really thrive.
Earlier this year, had 15 points, 4 of 6 shooting from 3, and 9 assists against Lafayette. Bounce pass to Thompson, absorb the contact, pass it to Green. A little too heavy, but rebound for the Eagles. Ivy for 3, she got it! Timeout, Bryant. Well, some Boston College, just the 3rd coach in Eagles history to do so. Kathy Inglis at 273 in 15 seasons and had 7 NCAA tournament appearances and 3 Sweet 16 appearances for Boston College. One of the great names in BC history, Margot Plotsky, just ahead of Coach Mack and trying to establish herself here at Boston College, one of the greats.
Yeah, and you know, as we talked about a little bit earlier, they've always done a really good job in these games, right? They've taken care of business on their home floor. And you know, can you build some momentum going into a really tough start of conference play? I think that's what you're looking for. And, you know, we've seen some reasons to like some of these rotations. We've seen some different players in the game right now getting an opportunity here.
That one's deflected on the inbound from Tatum Green, and Thompson will come away with it. She'll give it up to Ivy, who keeps the dribble alive. Ivy, oh, no look, back down low. One extra pass to Samuel. She had a big 3 against UMass in the corner, pulls it back. Extra pass goes right back to Ivy. So BC unselfish, just gonna rotate the ball around and set up a play. Green lines up the 3, off the iron, missed it. And again, Samuel with a punch out that goes to Ivy. Those extra plays, extra possessions for Boston College. Green looking down low, goes cross court for Samuel. Spots up the 3 this time. Off the iron, Krashovets misses the rebound, pokes it back out to Samuel. Samuel will try again. Second time is good!
Well, the Eagles keep getting their offensive rebounds. It just keeps leading to opportunities.
Turned over. Now Ivy trying to navigate. Ivy with Samuel on the left. Kicks it out to Thompson. Thompson, too much on that one. And goes out of play. Well, they always say, Eric, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the offensive rebounds in this game, that's 23 offensive rebounds for Boston College. Pretty remarkable number.
Especially in a game where they allowed UMass to get a number of offensive rebounds. Good turnaround game here for the Eagles. Not only on the rebounds, but steal-wise, shooting percentage-wise. Felt like they let UMass hang around in that game. Had to come back in the 3rd and even hold on to a lead late. This one, well in control for the Eagles.
I think every team, you know, even an experienced team like this Boston College, every team has to learn how to win in their own way and what that means for every season. You know, it's certainly something that, you know, everyone goes through.
Ivy will hold for the final shot. 10 seconds on the shot clock here for Ivy and the Eagles in the 3rd quarter. Dribbles to the left, picked up her dribble. Now has Thompson looking down low. Krashovets was fought off the ball, and Fernandez won't even attempt a shot at the buzzer. The Eagles shooting 40% from 3-point.
The Eagles are doing all of those little things. And when they score this many off turnovers, they're usually pretty successful.
42, and on their way to 6-0 when scoring 25 or more points off turnovers. Mancini trying to drive. Had to readjust. Brigham has it with 10 on the shot clock. Scott and Daly collided. Mancini fires a 3 and hits it. Well, Mancini has been one of the bright spots for Bryant here in this matchup.
Yeah, it's obviously a different year for her because after winning the America East Rookie of the Year last year, there's going to be a different level of scout and a different type of player on her, right? She's usually getting the opponent's best players, so it becomes much tougher to try to get open and try to create. And that's just an adjustment this time of year.
It's a jumper from Daly, she misses. Daly just 5 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Played 12 minutes. 15 on the shot clock for Brigham. Daly working on her, back down low, and it's a nice finish Nyborg again with a clean look off the glass. Overall team effort for the Eagles. Kennedy Jackson back up top for Athena Tomlinson. Tomlinson working past Mancini, ran out of space. Now Green with 10 on the shot clock. Tries to drive, Daly traveled.
Just picked up the dribble.
We talked about it, the reigning America East Rookie of the Year, Mia Mancini, trying to find what the defenses are giving her.
Yeah, she hit that shot earlier, which then kind of creates and opens up a little bit. You know, Brigham, because we've seen her on the outside, we see her on the inside. She's a pretty good passer. It's a pretty good job creating from the three-point line.
So Bryant, again, just trying to get something going here in the fourth, and it's got to be in the three-ball, work inside, get that outside shot. Krashovets called for the foul. So the inbound will come from Bryant from below the basket. Fernandez, freshman, seeing extra minutes here. Mancini, quick release, and that's in and out. Rebound from Scott. He's done that well this season. And Scott averaging 10.7 rebounds per game. Back for Fernandez. This time she'll fire the three. It's hard off the iron, hit off of the hands of Nyborg, but hits off of Daly last. Teya Sidberry will check in. Bryant in a tough loss against Brown last time out. Had a game-tying three blocked at the buzzer. Lost their second straight, started the season on 7-1 before those two losses.
It's a little bit of a tricky stretch, right? But, you know, the thing about these one big leagues, and Coach Kokoski knows this, whole team knows this, that it's all about America East play. And it's all about building up to that point, trying to get in the right rhythm and right groove. And you know, they'll learn from this today. They'll continue to build and go for here before they jump back into the conference coming up in a couple of weeks.
Bryant selected fourth in the America East preseason poll behind Maine, UAlbany, and Vermont. Mancini, nice spin move, gets the bucket, just couldn't finish. Tatum Green came over to alter that shot. Tomlinson to Green, she'll drive, kicks it back out to Sidberry, and she'll fire the jumper, hits off the back side of the backboard. Nyborg gets denied by Sidberry. And spacing just hasn't been there for Bryant. Nyborg again, just trying to work on Sidberry, fired it up, draws the foul. Oh, like everybody on the coaching staff for Bryant was on the same page of where that was supposed to go.
Yeah, I think they wanted that pass maybe a touch sooner to come inside, but that was the right idea, right design, and even so, it still leads to a couple of free throws here for Nyborg.
Daly and Green will check out. Krashovets and Waggoner will check in. So it's Tomlinson, Njai, Sidberry, Waggoner, and Krashovets. Nyborg at the free throw line, makes the first. Boston College team with back-to-back first-round victories in the ACC tournament. Defeated Louisville, or lost to Louisville in the second round last year after a first-round victory. Lost to Miami 2 years prior to that, back in the 22-23 season. Tomlinson gets it back from Njai, calls out the play. Waggoner looking down low, gets it back out to Tomlinson, finds Krashovets. One more pass to Njai, steps through, navigates. Sidberry blocked down low, but too much body contact from Allie Brigham.
Yeah, Brigham, watch number one here. Kind of trying to find, she's really on, it's actually a little bit of defensive breakdown as you see it there, as Brigham, who's sort of on Krashovets, and then you have Nyborg as well. They both kind of facilitate there, so someone's got to come over and reach and she almost gets there, but does commit the foul.
Credit Boston College keeping Allie Brigham in check here today. She came off 24 points, 10 of 18 against Brown. So far, just 2 of 6 for 4 points. Brigham gets it from Nyborg, fires a shot, in and out. Tomlinson, eyes up, looking, gets to the rim, now dishes it out to Njai. She'll fire a 3. Njai misses. Tracked down by Sidberry. These offensive rebounds for Boston College continue to pile up. Back to the near side, kept in by Waggoner. Saves it with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Tomlinson gonna have to work now. Working on Mancini, pushes off. Call for the offensive foul.
Well, again, you know, we've used the word energy quite a bit. Couple of different saves there for Boston College. Waggoner right there keeps it going.
Eagles picked up their 24th offensive rebound. That ties a season high. Another turnover. Tomlinson running the floor. Dishes it to Waggoner. Slipped and still adjusts to make the shot.
Good pass there by Tomlinson. So, I mean, you look at the way this game's gone today. That's 4 assists now for Tomlinson, 6 for Ivy, 6 for Daly as well. So Boston College, 21 assists in the game today. That's a number that certainly stands out.
Looks like Waggoner drew the charge below the basket. See again, just great hustle plays leading to offensive opportunities. Great dish from Tomlinson.
Yeah, good patience by Waggoner.
You know, and for Bryant, Eric, as well, as even in a point in a game where it's 82-36, they've dealt with so many injuries this year that there's not a deep enough bench to go to in a matchup.
Absolutely. I mean, look, at this point, you know, all this is, you know, learning and growing experiences in this environment for Bryant.
Back out to Sidberry.
You know, it's true of Boston College as well, by the way. Everyone kind of plays. So even
Sidberry gets the friendly roll.
You know, second rotation is still a lot of these same players in the game.
Mancini was looking for Brigham. Waggoner a little too aggressive, called for the foul. 7-0 run for the Eagles in the last 90 seconds.
Well, again, you love the defensive intensity still there here for Boston College, and points have not been there really either way in this fourth quarter, but, you know, kind of where we are in the game, not totally surprising as Allie Brigham gets to the free throw line.
Makes the first.
Look at what she did last year. Took a huge step for Penn State. Got up to 9 points a game after averaging just 3.5 in her junior season. But we've seen the ability to go and have a really big offensive game, right? 17 against Merrimack, 24 last time out, as you just mentioned, against Brown. And there's definitely some pieces here for Bryant as they try to compete after going 8-8 the America East. Huge jump from the year prior where they were just 3-13, entering that league here after the last couple of years. Long time in the NEC.
Krashovets looking down low for Sidberry. It was deflected out of play, and that's going to take us to our final timeout. 4:51 remaining, and the bounces are falling.
Boston College team, it feels like that's when they're going right. They have a bunch of different people getting involved offensively, and that was certainly the case to there. Ooh, nice strip there by Tatum Green. Ends up going out of bounds, so it'll stay here. But you have to talk about, you know, the things we've been talking about, right? Defense, taking the ball away, second chance points, offensive rebounds.
Talked about those second chance points, 30-0 in favor of Boston College.
You know, even another one, you know, bench points is a little, doesn't mean exactly what you'd normally think because it's such a different starting lineup than we're used to seeing for BC. But nevertheless, you know, 49 points off the bench today certainly stands out as well.
Eagles still running sets here on the offensive end, trying to get the offense clicking. Still have a non-conference matchup against Central Connecticut before they start conference play as Njai is fouled on the drive.
It's gonna be on Sylvia Gonzalez.
You know, NJ hit that one three-pointer earlier. Hasn't played a ton today, even though she was in the starting lineup. And again, that's gonna be, you know, a process as Coach Mack kind of rolls out this different rotation. You know, starter may not necessarily mean the most minutes, but she is certainly providing something and continuing, as we said, to earn her minutes.
Jai's first free throw is good. Second one's true as well for Nene Njai. She's been so good at the line on the season. A turnover, and Boston College will regain possession. Tina Tomlinson calls out the play. Njai, Tomlinson, Jackson, Green, and Thompson. Back out to Green, looking down low for Jackson. Puts it on the ground, little fadeaway jumper, and she got it.
Nice turning move there by Kennedy Jackson.
It's back-to-back plays for her as well, where she's gotten comfortable in the paint.
She's going to be important in the ACC, right? That size she has, the experience as a fifth year. I know it's a little bit different here than when she's been over the course of her career, but she's an important piece for Boston College as they kind of move full-time in ACC play coming up at the end of the month.
Brigham to Mancini for three. That's going to be a great combination to watch in America East play as well on the opposite side. Jackson tried to match it. Back on the pass to Scott, just couldn't finish at the rim.
Yeah, really good read by Mancini there.
Tomlinson now. Pulls it back, top of the key. Jackson was looking for something to open up. Dishes it back off to Athena Tomlinson. Tomlinson steps back, three-pointer, off the side of the rim. Had more time maybe on that shot release than she expected. 89-41, Mancini pulls it out, trying to work here against Jakayla Thompson. Thompson, the former Miss Kentucky basketball nominee. Mancini's step back. She'll sink it. Well, Mia Mancini feeling it here in the fourth.
Yeah, a couple of really nice looks there, plus the pass that I know didn't go for an assist, but could have. 4 rebounds, 2 assists go along with her 13 points.
Local product out of Mansfield, Massachusetts, led Wheeler to a 38-12 record in the final 2 seasons as Thompson gets the bucket. Now all 12 players for Boston College to see the floor today have scored. Rubino almost lost it, gets it right back. Mancini, another three, that one's short. Rebound Rubino, she'll attack, goes off the glass, missed it, Scott with the rebound. Gonzalez, quick release, and misses everything. We've been talking about the numbers for Boston College. Margin of victory last year versus Bryant was 37. It was the 3rd time the Eagles had won a game against Bryant by a margin of 37. Today, it's 48.
And again, as we've talked about a lot, they've been really good on their home court under Coach Joanna Burnaby Backtoby. And it's a credit to this team for being able to take care of their home court non-conference games.
Eagles with a win today will improve to 7-0 here at Connie Forum. That pass off the body of Green and then taken away. Bryant will get a sub here. As they take a timeout, 91-48 with 1:16 remaining here in the fourth. There'll be a quick timeout for the subs to come in, and then we'll inbound the play from the scorer's table side.
A couple of the walk-ons get in the game here for Bryant.
Jana Abba, the freshman from Barcelona, she'll come in along with Fernandez, Rubino, and Jessica Behrens. Fernandez looks for Gonzalez. Now Rubino will have it at the top of the key. 8 on the shot clock. Tomlinson trying to disrupt. Rubino gets it back. Good switch from Njai on the pick, and Rubino fires it and misses the rim. Online, just not enough on it. Talking about the walk-ons in
The newcomers here on the floor, Jana Abba, freshman. Played a couple of minutes against CCSU and Seton Hall. That one in from 3 from Nene Njai.
Oh, that's really adding something to her game. I mean, we've always sort of been told and known that it's in there. We haven't necessarily seen it in the game, but again, when we talk about taking advantage of the opportunity that you're given, a couple of three-pointers for Nene Njai, adding a little bit of an element.
Njai with 8 points. That's smooth from Rubino. Boston College with 15 seconds will have to get over 94-46, and the Eagles with an impressive showing here against Bryant University, scored 94 points to improve to 9-4 on the season. They win their 3rd straight and improve to 7-0 here at home. Win 101 for Coach Mack in her